Wisdom and Knowledge starts now. Wisdom and Knowledge 5 was created so that I could bring on guests from all over the world to discuss things affecting all of humanity. From an aspect of guests that, care about all of humanity, certain topics, while, sharing life experiences, things that I've done in the past, you name it. If you haven't subscribed already, please click that subscribe button. And on today's episode, I want to explain what the podcast is about and talk about current things that are going on in the world. Right now, I don't know if you've heard, but they want to ban TikTok in America. The government is pushing to ban TikTok in America because TikTok, is a platform where you can speak your mind. You won't get censored like all the meta platforms. And it really is ironic. I'm against the TikTok ban. I'm against, banning of people being able to speak their mind, you name it. But it's funny how they want to spend all this energy and all this time wanting to ban, silence, my voice and 170 million, TikTok users in America's voice. But they don't want to censor, they don't want to ban pushing. And I mean, they are pushing it really hard. Sports betting, which is an addiction. Get these things in the mail from FanDuel, ESPN Bet, you name it. You turn on your streaming platform, to watch a movie, and it's like FanDuel is in North Carolina now. Sports betting, you got to bet on sports. Sports betting is an addiction. I'm not talking about watching sports. You want to watch sports? Great, good for you. But shoving it down, I've never lived in, a world I've never seen where they are just shoving it down your throat to bet on sports. They want you to bet on sports. They bring on the celebrity. They bring on the athlete, you name it. And I've lived in Vegas before, and they were not shoving this down your throat like they are here. Sports books are live now in this state, in that state, in the other. And, but you want to ban people being able to be creative, being able to speak their mind. It makes no sense whatsoever. Bottom line is, this podcast is a platform where people can come on, we can discuss things that you more than likely won't hear, or at least won't hear this narrative on your TV screen, on your, mainstream news. We are here to speak truth, to bring light to what is going on in the world. And that is what Wisdom and Knowledge 5 is about. I added the 5 because there was already a Wisdom and Knowledge, channel out there. So to be different, I put Wisdom and Knowledge 5. The logo has the incandescent light bulb because they did ban the incandescent light bulb, which is much better for your health than LED light bulbs, just so you know. Fact checkers, fact check that. Anyways, I bring on guests from, all different spectrums of life, talking about certain things like, weather geoengineering, which I've had Matt Landman on a couple times, who created the great documentary Frankenskies, and I'm going to have him on again in a couple weeks, and it'll be another great episode. He just spoke in Scotland at Chemtrails event out there, and it is just incredible to just, bring on these guests from all over and just speak, what is going on in the world, speak truths. And I just did a great episode with Allyson on cancer. And if you haven't checked it out, I will share it at the end. It'll be at the end screen, but it was my latest episode. So be sure to check that out. That was a great episode because everyone is affected by cancer. And a lot of people think that there's no solution to it when there really is. And we just break down the whole, cancer industry and bring, light to the situation and solutions, which is great. But with everything going on in the world, I felt it essential to be a voice, to speak out. And some of the best, ways to do so is to get people's perspectives from all over the world. You know, for example, I myself could care less about politics. I want nothing to do with politics, no political involvement, you know, but there are people out there who are political that may, and the majority of my guests are not political whatsoever. I've had people on there who are independents and they're like, you know, who have a voice, who are like, well, I'm a registered independent, so because such and such is a, Democrat or Republican, they can't have a conversation with me. And he's right. Everyone should be able to be a voice, should be able to, have a civil conversation with each other. And sadly, what is going on in the world, you don't see that, anymore, especially in America where it's so politically divided. And I personally, don't want anything to do with that. But this podcast is all about, caring about humanity, raising awareness, you name it. And I'm going to continue to, I got some great guests coming up. I'm going to continue to bring light and bring a broad spectrum from people from all over. Uh, and I've lived in different parts of the US, so I have a general idea of how things are, across the country, whether it be big cities like LA, Chicago, you name it, or, smaller cities like, and I don't even want to call where I live smaller because I live in North Carolina where we have population of over 100,000. So I still consider it a decent sized city and it's continually growing. So, and it's something that someplace that I really enjoy living after being I lived in Phoenix before, and lo and behold, Phoenix is still I'm not a fan of Phoenix whatsoever, and I'm not here to offend anyone who lives in Phoenix, but they're still claiming, they're still saying that 2020 election nonsense, and they're still saying that I don't even want to get into that. Anyways, I'm glad I'm out of Phoenix and glad that I'm in North Carolina. But what I do is I bring on guests from all over. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, be sure to subscribe wherever you are hearing my voice because, you're going to hear things that are eye-opening, things that will resonate with you. That's for sure, whether it be, current events, technology, weather modification, health, wellness, you name it. That is what you are going to hear on Wisdom and Knowledge 5. And I'm going to continue to, bring different opinions, bring light to different situations around the world. And that is what the purpose of Wisdom and Knowledge 5 is about. And like I said before, it is called Wisdom and Knowledge 5 because Wisdom and Knowledge was already taken. And it's just a great platform with everything going on in the world. You can come and be a voice. The guests can come on, they can share their experiences in life, promote something that they are currently involved in. You name it, promote what they are doing with their lives, you name it. And it's such a great platform being able to speak with people from across the country and across the world. So I'm going to continue to bring great guests. I'm going to continue to have great episodes. And it's just, and if you're interested, leave a comment below, or if you know of a great guest who you think would fit uh perfectly, let me know, and I'll try to reach out to them if I feel that it's, good for the platform of wisdom and knowledge, sharing wisdom and knowledge as to what is really going on in the world. There's just so much going on that we have to be a light. We have to bring light for all of humanity. We need to stand for all of humanity. And that's what Wisdom and Knowledge 5 is about. And I want to encourage people to check out the episodes that I've had with Matt Landman. There's an upcoming one in a few weeks that Matt and I will be recording, and it's going to be great. Check out the one on cancer that I did with Allyson because it will really bring light to this situation. But more importantly, continue to stand for humanity, continue to see things through a different lens. Don't necessarily buy into everything or buy into what they are trying to sell you on the TV screen, whether it be sports betting, you name it. And I'm not here to pick on sports, but when I was growing up, they did not shove sports betting down your throat. You'd watch an NBA game for entertainment purposes to see talent. You wouldn't watch a sports game to get bet, bet your whole paycheck on sports, waste your money, bet your whole paycheck on sports. And it's, it's an addiction and it shouldn't be shoved down people's throats. Yes, they are able to do that. I mean, they are able to advertise. They are able to. I'm not against censoring advertisement, but when you shove it down someone's throat to the point of absurdity, it should not be there. It shouldn't, especially when it's something destructive like an addiction. So, with everything going on, I'm going to continue to be a voice. I'm going to continue to bring people, on the podcast who are a light, who are bringing to light, certain issues, certain things going on in the world and raising awareness and caring about all of humanity. And if you are on TikTok, because I highly support TikTok, and be sure to subscribe, Wisdom and Knowledge 5 on TikTok, where I make videos, talking about what's going on, you name it. So thank you so much to everyone that is watching this video, anyone who's tuned in before, any of the listeners. Share these episodes out, share this video out, comment, you name it, and continue to stand for all of humanity and stand up against those that want to divide humanity, destroy our environment, you name it, because we need a lot more of people caring about this world than division, hate, you name it. That's not what we were put on earth to do. So continue to be a light, continue to spread wisdom, knowledge, you name it. I am Mark, and I'm looking forward to, bringing on more, having more great interviews on the Wisdom and Knowledge 5 podcast. Thanks a lot for listening. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe and share these videos out, and also comment. Give me your opinions. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everyone. Have a great day. Take care.